Hello, my name is Margarida and welcome to a new video. So this video you can see my January weekly spreads. So I did 4 weekly spreads for this video and you're gonna see me doing them throughout the video. So the theme for the weekly spreads is all the same. Is the cozy winter window vibe that I've been doing throughout the month, and you can see my January setup in a previous bullet journaling video that I have on my channel. I'll leave it linked in the cards above. And for this month I decided to do a 1-page weekly spread for every weekly I've done. So as you may know, I don't know if you know, but I do the weekly spreads each week. So in each weekly spread you'll see me with different outfits and probably maybe in a different background because it depends where I am. And I don't do it in just one sitting and do it throughout the month. In that way I can see how much space I need for each weekly spread, and I also like doing things on my bullet journal throughout the month instead of it being in the beginning of the month. So in this first weekly spread I'm drawing a window with some fairy lights and it's a really simple doodle. And then I have 7 spaces for the 7 days of the week. I decided to use the blue as an accent color in each weekly spread, and this is the first time that my weekly spreads are all really similar and they all have a lot of white spacing around the page. So I think that did actually bring all the pages and all the weeklies together, like they being really similar. Not only with just the same theme, but also with the white spacing and everything and the blue accent color. I think it looks really good in that way. So in the first weekly I have 7 days, the boxes are all the same sizes. I decided with this calligraphy lettering as well. And that was it for the weekly. So now for my second weekly spread. As you can see, I have a different shirt on and I have some things written on my previous weekly spread because this is already the next week. That's why you see a slightly different background and me waving for the camera in each weekly spread because it's actually a different day for me, but it's all in the same video for you. And I have a lot of fun doing weeklies. I think they are my favorite part of the bullet journal. No, not my favorite part because I like come out with new themes and stuff, but sometimes doing the monthly setup is a lot. There are a lot of spreads and I try to film it all in the same day. So that's a lot. So doing the weekly spreads throughout the month is a way for me to relax and enjoy and be a little bit creative, and I like the creative side of bullet journaling, and I like to take my mind off things that are going on in my life and just drawing and doodle and do the weekly spreads. So I drew the window as well, but a different one on the bottom of the spread with a pink curtain and a little flower, and I think it looked really cute. So the layout of this weekly spread is a little bit different. It's a vertical, slightly vertical layout, and these boxes are smaller, are narrower actually, but are a little bit taller than the previous one. And I also use a lot of blank space around this page, so this connects with the previous weekly spread, and I also use the blue accent color as well. And you'll see me doing that for the 4 weekly spreads I have in this video. So I hope you enjoy all the weekly spreads. I have 2 more weekly spreads to show you, so stay there with me. And this is my 3rd weekly spread, and as you can see, I'm in a completely different background, and that's because I was in a different place. So I decided with this layout that has smaller boxes, and I thought it would be enough, but it was a little bit tight for the week, but it all worked, and I just wrote things in a smaller and lettering. So all the same, I have the white bordering around the spread, and I have a cozy window doodle, so a wintry cozy window. That's my theme for the month, as I said earlier, and as you can see. I'm really proud about these weekly spreads because I think they look so good together. I don't know how to explain that because that's not always the case with my weekly spreads, and these ones go so well together, and I'm really impressed. It wasn't on purpose that I did that, I just went with it, and yeah, this is the final result, and I'm really happy about that. So in this weekly I have a slightly horizontal layout. I can say, I think it's horizontal in these little small boxes. And I use the blue as the accent color, as I did in all the boxes for the weekly spreads. Oh, and one more thing. All the days of the weeks in every weekly spread are in boxes, so they look like they fit and they go well together, and that's one more element that connects all the weeklies throughout the month. Another element that connects all the weeklies is the lettering. So the lettering for the days of the week is the same for every week in this month. I don't always do that, so sometimes I can see the difference in that. I'll try to remember that for the next month, for the next weekly spreads. And yeah, I think that connects the weeklies as well. So in this particular weekly, I decided to use a bit of washi tape because I use it in my monthly setup and I decided it looked cute, and in the previous weeklies I didn't use it, so I decided to use it now, and I decided to write a quote that says, "That time is not waiting around for you. You have to take life in your own hands." And I completely agree, and I think it's true, that's why I put it on my bullet journal. And I hope you like this 3rd weekly spread. It had a lot more space to doodle and write a quote or something. So now we are going to my final weekly spread for the month, and I hope you enjoyed the video so far. I tried to edit the video short as possible, and I think I could manage that. And in this final weekly spread, I decided to do this vertical layout in a different way. I already did this layout in previous months and last year, and I decided to bring it back and do it because I really like this one, because I have 2 spaces, one for doodles and one for tasks, or one for doodles and one for weekly habits, one for doodles, one for the song of the week, things like that. So I like to have that 2 spaces for me to doodle, write and do whatever I want. So as you can see, I did the boxes with the white spacing, the thing that connects all weeklies, and the blue accent color, the other main things that connects all weeklies, and the lettering that is the same in the 4 weeklies. In this weekly spread, I'll also use washi tape, so that's a thing that connects the 2 last weeklies that I'm doing here, and I think it's funny because they are side by side, and the previous ones they were side by side and didn't have washi tape. I didn't did that on purpose, but it happened, and I'm glad it happened actually. So I decided to draw a window, and I like that every weekly has a different window, like a different setup on the window with the books and the flowers. All the weeklies are different, so I like that aspect, and I thought that was really cute. And on the top of the spread, I decided to write a quote that says, "It's all going to be alright." And I just started thinking about quotes, and that came to my mind, so that's it. So I hope you like this video and these easy weekly spreads for the month of January. Actually, the layout you can do in every month. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see more bullet journal content, and leave a like on this video, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see more bullet journal content and bookish content and everything that I like to share with you. So thank you so much for watching, and bye! See you next time!